Okay, good morning. I think we're live now. Hopefully you can see me all right. I'm just checking that. Checking that light. Don't want to look too close because this is me with absolutely no makeup on. Just realised as well that I meant to take a picture of myself before I started this, and I forgot. Right, hopefully I'm here because it did say broadcast pause while I went off and looked at my camera. So hopefully I'm here and you can see me now. But anyway, this is me. Just literally just got up getting dressed and starting my day. And it occurred to me that I haven't done anything live for ages. So I thought, well, I'm going to get up and put my makeup on and beautify myself. So I might as well come on and do it live so you can see me transform myself. So I'm literally just putting my clothes on and getting dressed like this. So haven't washed my face. I haven't got myself prepped at all. I literally have just fallen out of bed, thrown my clothes on, come on here live. So this is now me with my first thing in the morning look. So I'm going to start off with cleaning my face off. So this is the product that I use for that, Micellar, the FM Micellar. Love Micellar. Lots of companies doing Micellar lotion, but it is so light and pure. Usually it's made with purified spring water as one of the base ingredients. So it's so pure and so gentle, but it really is cleansing and refreshing. And what will happen, it kind of works like a little bit of a magnet for the dirt. So as soon as you start rubbing it over your face, it kind of magnetises and captures all the dirt. I just realised as well I haven't switched notifications off on my phone, so we'll have to just hope that I don't get too many while I'm on the line. But it is really brilliant. It'll get all my mascara off and everything. If you use waterproof mascara, we do an oil-based cleanser, and that will get your waterproof mascara off for you. But this one, I was phenomenal yesterday. I didn't clean anything off my face, so that's it just coming away now. But it also shows you that one of the good things about the Phenomenal, I've slept, I probably rubbed my eyes. I didn't get up this morning with sort of big black panda eyes, which, you know, I love that. You don't have that from that Phenomenal. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't make you look like a panda when you're hot and sweaty. So that's great. So I'm going to just get another fresh cotton wool and do a bit more. So it's very grey outside. I don't know whether you've all got, but it's grey, it's miserable. But it looks like it might get hot and sunny yet. I can see some break in the clouds. So hopefully so. So just having a cleanse around of my face. Because this is my morning face. I'm just literally straight out of my bed, sat in my chair and thought, you know what? And that's where it all goes wrong because somebody rings me. So, yeah, so this is just me doing my live, cleaning my face off before I do my makeup, because I haven't even got as far as washing or cleaning this morning before I've hopped on to show you lot. So next I'm going to use my moisturiser, and this is one that I absolutely love. It's no real rocket science to this. When I'm doing skincare regime, then I use their Caviar night cream. I love the Caviar stuff because it's quite sort of got hyaluronic and it's really quite moisturising. But I use the Complete Care Cream, and this is just like a really basic sort of moisturiser. Again, great if you've got sensitive skin. Really helps if you've got a lot of like redness, or if you've got sort of skin irritations and eczema and things like that. This is a really great cream for all that type of thing. So I just love this. It's a really basic cream, but I think that it's one of the best ones for just nice base on your makeup. Just makes you feel fresh, and it's got a really nice light smell to it as well. So it's just a really great one to be using first off. So next, this is one of my favourite products. Next, I'm going to use our silicone base, and this is like a primer, but we call it polyfiller for skin. But actually, it's really light. It's not thick like polyfiller. It's really light, and I'm going to show you. It's really quite hard to see because it's actually clear. But see if I can just put some on my hands there. Look. That's it. So that silicone base, and a little bit actually goes a really long way. And what it will do, it will make my skin feel really smooth and velvety because it just evens it all out, evens out all your skin tone. But also, if you apply it to sort of where you've got some fine lines, say like around your eyes, this is where it's like polyfiller, because it literally will just fill that in and even that out. So your lines will be less noticeable once you put foundation on top. But it does feel really nice, and it makes everything really smooth. So if you put your foundation on top of the silicone base, it goes on really smooth. If you put it on straight onto your skin can be quite dry and draggy. So if you ever get that thing where you put your foundation on, you're trying to rub it in and it's really draggy, this stops all of that. It's a really amazing product. And the basis of good makeup is always your canvas. So this is part of preparing your canvas, silicone base. I love it. Now, ordinarily, I use the Lumilift foundation. I love this one. It's great when you're sort of like my age, over 50, anything over about 35, 40 really, because it's very luminescent, but a lot of young people like it as well because it gives a great coverage. But it's luminescent, so it's light reflective, and it kind of means that it just really lifts your face and it just gives you more of a glow, makes you look young. Great in photos. But today, for change, because I always do my lives with the Lumilift, I'm gonna do the CC cream. So this is it's almost like a tinted moisturizer, and it kind of self-adapts to your skin tone. Now, when I bought this, because I always go like with this is the lightest shade. All the foundations always have the lightest shade because I like that look. But because obviously I do makeup on people, and sometimes people have got a darker skin, so when I actually bought the CC cream, I went for the darker shade, which is the Genius Nude, and I got that for other people, but actually it's a darker shade than I would have bought for myself, but I actually quite like the look it gives. It gives me a little bit of a look like I've been on holiday, so I can fool people that I've actually just got back from Ibiza when really I've only been as far as Doncaster or something. But yeah, it's great. And so it's like, it's not the same coverage as a foundation. It's for evening out your skin tone, so it's not a complete coverage. It's not going to be a really made up look, and you're going to see how I can't actually see because I have to use my mirror because I've got no glasses, so I use my magnifying mirror. But can you see how it's really quite a different shade to my skin? Whereas if I was using foundation, I'd be looking for the foundation to actually be sort of as close to my skin colour as possible. But what's so clever about this is because it sort of self-adapts, once it's on, it adjusts to your skin tone. And what it will do is it will give me a bit of a brown look, a bit of a tanned look, but I won't look like I've got the wrong shade on. It's really quite clever. So I'll carry on putting it on, and then you'll be able to see the finished look. But it's going to be amazing because you're not going to think, you know, you're going to think she's going to just look awful. She's going to have a big brown head or maybe look quite orange. But by the end of it, when it's all settled down and made up, it won't. It's a great look and I love it. But as I say, it's not a full coverage. It sort of evens out your skin tone. So it gives you a bit of a base. I must remember, I always do that. I put the mirror in front of the camera so you can't see anything. I must remember to keep the mirror to the side. It's a shame you can't talk back to me because then you can shout at me every time I do that. But already, can you see how it's just adapted to my skin? So instead of just looking like, oh my gosh, she's like got foundation on that's 5 shades too dark, it actually is just adapting to my skin tone and looking great. So that will continue to do that whilst I'm finishing my makeup. So at the end of it, you'll be like, oh wow, that wasn't what I expected when you first put that all over your cheeks. So just going to give my hands a little bit of a wipe. Can use a brush to apply, but to be honest, this one, I find this, because it's a bit thicker, I actually prefer to put it on with fingers because it is thicker in consistency. It's a bit weird actually because it's a different kind of coverage. It's a lighter coverage, but it's kind of thicker consistency. So it's hard to explain, but I think it's better with fingertips, definitely that one. Okay, so next, what I quite like to do is I quite like to put all my base on first. Now, usually if you're trained for makeup and stuff, a lot of people will do it that they will start with eyes, build up the eyes, and then they will build up the rest of the face from there. And of course, you need to really, in a way, have eyes and lips to know how much colour. But pretty much when I do my makeup, I like to just do my base and then I take it from there. because I know what I'm going to be needing in my base. So I'm using Mix and Match palette. You can tell how popular this one is with me. Mix and match palettes, you can have I've got one here, little one, mini one, we do an extra large one and an XXL, but you can put in them whatever you like. So I've got the bronzer, I've got the blusher, I've got the highlighter. This is for eyeshadows, but actually also use this as an eyeliner. But you can mix and match, so you could have some eyeshadows in there, you can have some blusher in that one. You mix and match as you like, and this is great because it means things like this in every palette I've ever had in my life. Every eyeshadow set, every makeup set, you always get the favourite item. When the favourite item runs out, you're left with all the others. But in this, because I can take this out and I've actually got a new one ready to pop in when I've absolutely exhausted this. Or how often do you buy eyeshadow and you think, I don't like that colour, I won't wear that colour. So you've always got one untouched. Well, you don't get that because you pick your own colours. So these are fabulous and come with these great magnetic lids as well, which is great because, again, how often do you have little makeup sets and the hinges break, the plastic hinges break and the lid comes off? That happens to me all the time with other brands. So anyway, back to this. So I'm going to do what I call it cheat contouring. And basically, if you ever watch contouring videos, you've got to draw lines here, you've got to draw dark lines here, you've got to go around here. Then you're going to have light coming up here, you're going to have light coming down there. I'm over 50, I don't need to look chiseled, but I do want to look a little bit slimmer. I do want to look a little bit more sleeker. So it's what I call cheats contouring. So basically I'm going into this one. It's called Cinnamon Roll. It's like a bronzing powder. And so it's a darker colour. And what you can do is suck your cheeks in here. And I'm going to just apply it into there. So if you can just see how I've put quite a depth of colour on there, not blending it down. And if you look, you should be able to see now that cheek comes right in compared to that cheek. Really works, doesn't it? So cheeks contouring, just make sure you're below your cheekbone here, okay? Don't want to bring it down to the jaw, you want to be right in here. Okay. See, really makes a difference. So, just like to bring that colour around and try and do it on camera rather than use the mirror as much as possible. Bring that colour around to just sort of even out my face. And also, I think if you can just get a little bit into there, that gives you another little bit of shape into the face. And the very important one, under the chin. If you can shade under that chin, it will make it look immensely slimmer. So I think you probably see that already. Another little one that you can do, if you get a small brush, I don't know if I've got a small enough brush here really. Get a small brush and I'm just putting that into that cinnamon roll under the bottom lip. Apply shade there, look at that. Suddenly the lip, a little bit of shade in there makes a difference. If you've got a big nose, come down the nose. Bring a little bit of shade down here. This you would need to blend in a little bit because you don't want to look like you've just got stripes on your face. Okay, can we see how that's actually changing the shape of my face? Okay, so next you've got the highlighter. So this is my favourite one. I love this one. It's got a little bit of a pinky undertone. It's kind of warm for my colouring. So with that one, with highlighter, you're trying to like make stand out the bits that you want more prominent. So an obvious one, you're going to want to put the top of your cheekbones to be prominent. So we're going to put a little bit of highlighter there. And we can put it straight down the nose because we've put a little bit of dark shade there. So we're going to just like shape that nose. And it's going to catch light. And again up the forehead. And on the bottom of the chin there. So not underneath. Underneath we've shaded. Now again, if you get a little brush, you can bring it across on the top lip. Once you put your lipstick on, that's going to mean that that'll be more prominent. We've shaded this here to make that less prominent, so this lip's come out. So you're reshaping your lips doing that. And the other place where you're going to have it will be on your brow bone. Okay, so I'm going to go in with that now. So that's kind of like I've really prepped my face ready for whatever else makeup I'm going to use. And I am going to want a little bit of colour going on. So into the middle of my palette, I've got the blusher. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, Small No Teeth, and tap that around my apples. Rosy apples, okay? Just sort of like blend a little bit around as well. So I've got some general colour. So I should have a little bit of a rosy glow. I've now brought my cheeks in. I've shaded my chin. I'm starting to look a little bit more human. And now as well, look at that CC cream that we thought when I went like that, you thought she's mad. That's going to look a right mess. And look how that is adapted. And then I've put all my bits and pieces on top. And it's great. It's evened out my skin tone. And I just look like I've got a bit of colour, like I've been on my holidays. And I love it. I love it for that. So, next we're going to do some eyebrows. Now, I usually always do all of my lives using this amazing pencil. I love this pencil, retractable, it's got a sharpener in the end, it's soft and creamy so there's nothing draggy, and you can go through doing little hair strokes and enhance your eyebrow, or if you like the heavier look, you can draw it on. But today, I'm still practicing with this one because it's a little bit of a different look for me. It's not really what I'd normally use. I've got, from the Mix and Match palettes, we do eyebrow powder. Now, this is the brown. And I think personally it's quite brown. It is really brown, so I don't know if I would maybe even consider using more of the black for myself, but I don't know if that's going to be too harsh. The pencil one just works for me. I'm so used to that colour and it just blends in. But anyway, it's the brown that I've gone for. It's the deep brown because we do several shades. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to use just like a little sort of like slanty type brush. So I'm just going to load up a bit of the powder. And I'm going to start from the middle and work out on this. So just to bring it down, my eyebrows actually could do with a little bit of a trim, I think. Always notice that when I'm doing lives and I'm looking close to the mirror. So I've got a little bit round and down. Now I'm going to start up here and bring that through. Okay, so to show you again on the other side, which is always the harder side, especially to do on camera. So I'm starting from the middle and bringing it down. Now the reason I start from the middle and bring it down is because that's the bits that usually, if you're not well practiced or if you're not professional, that's the bit where quite often you can go wrong, because you can get this bit nice and then this becomes too thick, it becomes too high. So I start with this because while it's like this, it's easy to wipe it off and redo it. But once you've got your front bit exactly spot on, that's kind of hard then. You're going to mess that up. So I always sort of start there to give myself an idea of where I'm actually wanting to go. And then I'm just going to take the brush flat and work that through to meet it. And then, just to shape it a bit more, I'm going to bring it through the underneath and curve it round, and the same on the top to bring it in and curve it round to meet that. Now, I do find with powders, because I'm not a regular user of the powder ones, I find they always look a bit harsh to me. So, you have to excuse, I've got bits of cotton wool on this now because it's been in my makeup bag, but just one of these brushes, okay? And it's always good if you give them a little bend. So, you can go through and just brush it and tidy it. And the same this side. Through, brush and tidy, okay? So that's eyebrows. I actually think this one's got a bit more of a pointy arch than that one. Sisters, not twins. That will do anyway, because this is just me getting up this morning thinking I'm going to do my makeup on camera. I'm not going anywhere, so this is going to do me anyway. So now I'm going to put a little bit of eyeshadow. Now again, this is me not going anywhere, doing a little bit of makeup. So I'm just going to use what I've got in my hand. So I'm going to use this pinky colour one. I'm just going to load my brush up, and I'm going to literally, remembering I've already put highlighter in the corner, I'm just going to use that like a little bit of a base there. All over like that. Then I'm going to get myself, and I like this brush, I like this one because it's on a bit of a slopey thing. And I'm going in for the brown one. And I'm going to just go around the crease area and above the top of the lid like that. Now, when you're over about 45, you don't want to work right into your crease. If you work right into your crease, you're going to make it look hooded. So if you're an older person like me, you're going to bring it out above the crease area. And literally all you do is work it like an inverted C. And you can see already that's given you a bit of shape. Same again on the other side. Okay, that's great, loving that. And then I maybe would just take a little bit of my blush bronzer and just bring that through there to blend those together. Okay, now these are amazing. I love these Kajal sticks. We have white and we have ecru. Now white I would tend to use more for going out. Ecru is great for daytime. Again, retractable, sharpener in the end, soft and creamy, easy to apply. Now, Kajal stick goes on the inner rim of the eye, so it's going to make the eyes pop. So I'm just going to do one so you can see the difference. But it really does make them stand out. So if you're squeamish about eyes, can you see the difference, how it's made my eye really pop? Okay. So that, right away, ding. I love it. So, next I'm going to use an eyeliner. I think today, let's have a go at the violet. Just so I can show you guys. Again, retractable, sharpen a bit on the end. And with this, in fact, I'm going to give that a little bit of a sharpen. Just put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. That's it, sharpen it so just get a nicer shape on it. There you go. So, right. So I'm going to put my violet underneath. Going to come about almost halfway, and then on the top, I come from the middle outwards, and I'm going to just bring it gently across the top there as well. Okay. I'm loving the eyeliners. We've got so many colours to choose from now. And can you see just how easily they go on, because they're soft and creamy, they don't drag. There's none of that having to scratchy. Okay, lovely jubbly. So, next mascara. Well, for me, there really is only one mascara. That is the Phenomenal Mascara. I love it. By the way, nails. Wearing our nail polish today. That is the Amaranth Haze that I'm wearing. So, if you like that colour, that's what it is. Phenomenal Mascara, and this for me, there really is only one mascara. I love it. It just goes on so nicely. It's got like a comb type wand, and that means that you're combing through each of the lashes individually coating them with the mascara, and so I just love how that works. But then once you've done one coat and you come on to the second coat, literally it coats mascara over the mascara, and it lengthens your lashes. It makes them look longer. So let's just show you. So I usually just dab down the bottom ones. Quite important to use the side of the brush and not the end of the brush, because if you use the side of the brush, you don't get clogging with this mascara, because this brush just literally separates everything. So on the top, first coat through. Okay, and second eye. Okay, and then I'm just going to coat it up, ready, give it a second. When you're using your mascara, don't pump into your mascara, because you're forcing air into the mascara, and what you're going to do is dry your mascara out. So that's my top tip for the day. Don't forget it, don't pump mascara. Worst thing you can do. As I sell mascara, if you're buying it off me, I should tell you to pump it, because you'll get through it faster and buy more. But no, don't pump mascara. It's a really bad thing to do. It encourages it to dry out. So you just literally turn your wand in your mascara, okay? So when you come to do the second coat, if you can see, as I put it through, it literally puts mascara on the end of the mascara. And look how long my lashes suddenly start to look. I absolutely love this product. It is one of our best-selling products, this one. Okay, that's one good mascara. Finally, lips. Well, I've spoke for choice. When you've got a lot of colours to choose from, as I have, although half of my makeup is out on loan at the moment, doing the rounds in some offices, show and tell box. But when you want to have a look and see what's going to suit you, this is the best way to do it. That'd be a right good match, I think, right now. This will remind me of holidays. So I'm going for this one, which is the classic nude. So you really need to give it a blot. I haven't got a tissue. Give it a blot on the first coat, do a second coat, leave it to just dry off, and it becomes matte. They are matte lipsticks, but they're not dry. They contain chia seeds. I think that's what they're called. I forget every time I do a live. But the chia seed oil will moisturise your lips. So it feels almost like you put on a lip balm. It's really creamy, but when you look in sort of 5 or 10 minutes, it's a really matte look. So that's great because you've got that modern matte look, but without drying out your lips, and actually it's conditioning them at the same time. As I say, I would normally blot and do a second coat, but I haven't got a tissue to hand, so that's that. So now I just have a final check in the mirror, see how I look, think, do I feel like I need a little bit more colour? Occasionally I need a little bit more glow going on. So I would just put that wherever I think I need it. But pretty much, I'm liking that look. And how good does that actual CC cream look now? It's not even my shade, but it's adapted to my skin, and now I just look like I've got a bit of colour, I'm evened out, I look healthy, and in actual fact all these colours together, this would be a fabulous look if anybody's going on holiday, when you get a bit of suntan or whatever and you want to make yourself up at night. This would be a great look. These palettes are amazing for holiday because it means that you don't have to take quite so much product. You could have a big palette with everything in it, including your eyebrows. So you could have eyebrows, eyeshadow, blusher, bronzer, highlighter. Highlighter and bronzer are the big ones for holiday, because even if you don't want to put any other makeup on, just a bit of that to enhance you, and then a mascara. We do waterproof mascaras if you're going on holiday and you want the mascara to last in the pool, but if Phenomenal is your favourite, we do an amazing thing that is a waterproof top coat. So you can take your favourite mascara and then you make it waterproof by putting that over the top. Amazing product. So lots and lots of fantastic goodies that would be great for your holiday, or just in general. So this is my finished look. Contact me if you want any more info or hints or tips, and yep, that's me done for the day. Speak to you soon.